Wow! Oh my gosh, that was amazing, and I just turned into a ball of fire, like that. Awesome! That is called the Comet Mutator. That's what they call it. I like to call it the Gears 3 Fireball. This is my first time experiencing the Comet Mutator, and I had a blast. It was so much fun. I played for way too long, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you, Epic. I ranked up so fast with your multiplier on XP. I went from starting out at 67 this night and ended up going to sleep at a 73. So that was good. I really would like to get my wings before that next DLC comes out. So that's my goal. Alright, well, anyways, let's get back to the whole concept here of this Comet Mutator. I want to share that in the beginning, did you hear me yelling, kind of? It was a little muffled. Well, that's because I was coming through someone else's speakers. That's how much fun I was having. That's how excited I was. I was yelling like a little girl, like, wee, this is awesome. I'm running and I'm invincible and I'm on fire. Sweet. Whole new meaning to being on fire, right? Okay, that was dumb. Moving on. The reason you couldn't hear me directly was because, silly me, I had created a whole new setup in a different room and forgot that I needed to set up my audio. So I was recording the whole time and didn't even realize you couldn't hear me at all. You can hear my teammates because obviously they're in the game and their voices in the game, and that's what I'm recording, but it wasn't recording me talking. And you know, I'm just so funny that there's just a lot of funny stuff I'm sure you missed. But that's okay, because now I get to talk to you over and actually explain how my first Comet Mutator game on Gears of War 3 went, and what I thought of it, what I was feeling, what I learned, as far as the ins and outs of working this comet to your advantage, and also learning what the disadvantages are the hard way. And speaking of which, I just want to make a side note that I was playing with kind of a handicap because I was playing on a bigger screen than I usually play at. I know it sounds like a good problem to have, but my point is, the bigger TV is better for watching movies and TV shows. For gaming, the 23-inch screen that I have been playing on recently to record and stream has served me much better in my gameplay. So having changed to the bigger screen, I had to readjust how far I toggled left or toggled right, or aimed left, aimed right, aimed up, aimed down. If you've ever played on a large screen versus a small screen, you know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you don't, then you just don't know. Because I didn't understand that myself beforehand, because I always used to play on the large screen, which is in my room, because Rick was always downstairs on the main TV in the living room, and I would be in the bedroom playing in there. That way we could party up on some Gears, or Call of Duty, or Borderlands, or any other multiplayer game. And I didn't even actually realize how good I had it in the room. I always thought, I got the shaft. Rick's on the main TV, I'm in the room by myself, and now sitting in a desk chair for hours on end is not fun after a while. Like, my booty hurts and my back hurts. I've realized that I actually had it pretty good. Sitting on a soft bed and just Indian style in front of my TV, sprawl out if I'm starting to feel a little stiff, you know, in between matches. I'd have my TV tray next to me and have snacks and whatever yummy beverage of choice that evening I desired with me, and I would just play, and it was awesome. But the one downside, I would say, is that you're so comfortable, you never stop playing. So hours and hours and hours, the next thing I know, it's tomorrow, and I'm still playing, and I need to go to bed. Alrighty then, let's get to the fun Comet Mutator situation. Gameplay! I don't know why I like to say situation so many times. I just say situation whenever I'm in a situation, and I don't know what else to say but situation. There. Said it. Hopefully I've exhausted it all. Alright, so let's start from the top. So I come in, and the guys are telling me in the lobby, hey, have you played yet today? And I said, no, what's up? So they explained to me about how when you roadie run, you turn into a comet. Of course, I'm confused, and I'm like, explain more, I don't get it, tell me what's going on. By the way, in this section, I do work on some fools who think that they can just come on in and take the hill. So pay attention and take notes. Anyways, back to the comet. So what it is you're starting out, you press A to roadie run, right? So instead of just running, as you will notice on your screen, when you're running, you turn into a ball of fire. And basically you become unstoppable and invincible. And it's amazing. So if you run into enemies, you kill them, they die. And I laughed. I died laughing when I saw the little icon that pops up for being run over by a comet. It's just a comet with a skull face. It's hilarious, and I don't know why, but I was laughing. Yeah, awesome. But the downside, you can't always be a comet whenever you feel like being a comet. So this is what really sucks. You run, you're a comet, you stop either by releasing the A button, or because you run into a wall or somebody that keeps you from going forward anymore. Oh, ouch, that hurt. I got taken out into a million pieces. And that's how the comet works. Yippee! Now we're all just big balls of fire until we stop or run into something, which then exhausts your comet, and you're done. Now, I didn't count it out just specifically to how many seconds it takes, but after you've been a comet, I want to say roughly 3 to 5 seconds, you cannot be a comet, which also means you can't run. So you're walking and you're trying to go fast somewhere, but you can't. You're just like walking. You're like, Rah, I'm not in a hurry at all. And you're like, oh, because I'm gonna die. But you can, obviously, you still jump forward. So that, I find myself doing that a lot, doing a bunch of front somersaults in between comets. I don't know if you've already noticed that. Like this. Bam. I'm a gymnast. And here's the obnoxious part is that all you can hear is the fire burning and crackling and I have to turn my audio up for my party so I can hear them and actually communicate. I hear nothing else in the game, so I can't tell if someone's coming up on me other than the flames. Obviously, I can hear if someone's charging behind me, but then again, I'm turning around and I can't tell who it is. And that's the other complaint, is that everyone has the same color fire. I had suggested maybe the cog fire be a little more on the blue side because, flame can be blue, it has blue in it, and then the locust can be more on the red side. Fire has red in it, so it could just be more red. That way, I don't have to sit there and take about a good solid 2 seconds to be like, is that my teammate or is that the enemy? And then I'm plowed over in a million pieces and I see the funny little skull comet icon pop up. And that's me, dead, splattered all over the floor. But it is what it is. We still had a blast. But moving on to how to stop a charging comet. This is really fun, actually. And I have never used the chainsaw more in my life. But it was super fun, and you get crazy executions per round. And this is how it works. We all know now that the comet is basically invincible. And I say basically because there are things that can kill a comet, or ways that you can stop a charging comet coming your way. One way is to just melee them. If they're coming directly at you, just give them a good old elbow to the face. That'll knock them out of the comet. And then hopefully you have the proper gun equipped and you can just shotgun their heads off immediately following. And I haven't done this, but I was told that a retro charge also would kill a charging comet. But I do know this, that a mortar will kill you even if you are in a comet. The other way is that if they're just charging at you, full fire, you can rev up your chainsaw, and you gotta make sure that it is fully revved. I learned that one the hard way. You can't just start it, it has to actually be already going, ready to kill, and as soon as that person charges into you, they're met straight up with your chainsaw, and they're just sawed into pieces. They're dead, and it's awesome, and it's an execution. Downside to that, however, is that while you're chainsawing, you have no control over what's going on around you. You can't stop it, you can't make it go faster and hurry up and be done. So while you're doing that, what tends to happen is you get chainsawed or shotgunned by another player, or they plow you over. I found a lot of that happening where I'm chainsawing people and I'm like, yeah, you're going down, you're dead, and then I would get shotgunned and I'm dead too. Or this would happen to me. You guys, this happened so many times, I don't know why. I've gotten into so many chainsaw battles, alright? Everyone's got their chainsaws out. Everyone's trying to stop the comet. So many chainsaw battles are happening, and it's awesome, it's fun. However, I can't for the life of me win one. You guys, what am I doing wrong? I'm tapping the beat as fast as I can. Does anybody have any pointers or tips, or I don't know, is it a matter of the pressure, or is it super rapid, or I don't know. Chainsaw battle! See, that's the only way I win a chainsaw battle is when I cut in and take it from them. And that way too, you know, whatever. My fingers are so hurting right now, it's ridiculous. All the chainsaw battles or something, I don't know. And plowing people over with my fireballs. Ball, singular, sorry. It was so fun. I didn't even leave my room to eat. I just ordered room service. Oh yeah, you heard me right. Room service, baby, in my own house. We love Costco, so we were there one day and came across awesome walkie-talkies, and I immediately was like, this would be perfect for when I am hungry and thirsty while I am playing games, so that I may communicate with the downstairs people to summon my food and beverage. It's the perfect idea! Wink! That was me winking. Couldn't really see it, so I had to volumize it for you. Wink! Oh my gosh, I think I'm gears wasted, and I love it. I had such a blast playing. We had so much fun. We rocked it out, and playing with fire has never been more fun. And if you thought that was funny, you should check out my Gears and Beers video. If you haven't checked that out, that's in my Gears playlist under Gears of War 3, Gears and Beers, Death Cry Hilarity. We had a little fun in our soberness. You may check that out. And I would very much recommend you checking out my last upload, which was the Gears Christmas surprise video. Yeah, that's about it. I'm all out of thoughts, I'm all out of words, which is weird for me because I talk a lot and I have a lot of words to share. I think I'm actually just still gears wasted, and I'm looking at this footage and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome because I'm about to get MVP, what? On my very first time playing with fire.
MVP? She got the hang of that fast.